All right, hello and welcome to this very first playthrough of The Wolf in The Wolf Among Us. I saw in sheep's clothing there and it threw me off. Well, last time we did episode 4, played all the way through that, and now we're going to play the final episode, episode 5.
Your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Yeah, about that.
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
I just don't know what Bigby's doing. If he cares about it. If he even gives a shit.
I give a shit. I said I give a shit.
You can't tell me. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Interesting that they would put that in the previously
really
on.
Send me to the farm, are you?
I don't know. Snow will come around. She's just... the crane thing hit her hard, and she doesn't really know who her friends are right now.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait.
One more silver bullets.
Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Okay. Final chapter. I didn't even know I could die until the last video when I failed the QTE and I got a fail state screen and game over. That sucked. But if it hadn't happened, I wouldn't even know I could die, so I wouldn't have recorded it as 0 deaths. I would have recorded it as NA. Episode 5, Cry Wolf.
Come a long way. You must be tired.
Crooked Man's Lair, night.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster. Sirloin.
Don't misunderstand the situation here. We are not friends, and you're in no position to offer me anything.
On the contrary, Sheriff. And I don't wish to contradict you here, but your initiative and mine have been friendly for a long while now. Ever since I came aboard these shores. You know.
Just what are you talking about?
I've just been left in relative peace, I think puts it best. Allowed to live my own way. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You know why I'm here. You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing me, you must have some proof of this, yes? Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps.
Your servant over there told me you did it.
That's a fucking lie. I didn't say anything like that.
Fine.
All I said was that this was your town, and nothing wouldn't happen without your approval. All right? That's it.
If only that were true. Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally.
Yeah, but
I
you
just want
don't.
to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes? I hope you don't still think I did it. I have my bad habits, but manslaughter isn't one of them.
It was Mary.
No, Sheriff, I'm afraid you're mistaken. I have complete respect for you and your job, I really do, but I'm sorry. I simply can't divulge the transgressor. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
It doesn't matter who did it. You're the one that's in charge of having the spell that made it happen.
Yeah, right.
That's what he needs to say.
Some kind of negotiation. The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm the law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
Or what? You're gonna kill me too? Well, go ahead. You think I give a shit anymore? After what you did?
That's enough. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Why?
Sit down. Now.
On his orders to shut them up?
Yeah, I killed him, so what?
Why?
Just
Yeah.
get your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look,
Yes.
the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
surrender.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
I'm not going anywhere.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you all fixed up.
Alright, pay attention to the prompts, Nick. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. The fuck?
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Oops.
Oh, God. This way.
Yeah, do it. I didn't know if it was going to give me a choice or not.
Come on, Dorothy.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Yeah. Get him. Snow wants me to bring Crooked Man in alive. That's what I'm going to try to do. It's not looking real good right now, but I'm going to do my best. What is this, a health bar? What's that at the bottom? Is that important? That's usually what the timer. Looks like it's a health bar. It probably is a health bar. I probably get hurt if I make mistakes. I haven't made that many mistakes. I think I did make one. Go ahead, do it.
Fuck, what was that?
You know what the hell it was. Oh, damn it.
Take him off.
I can't.
Damn it. I wish I'd jumped on the limo. I just didn't think it was involved. I didn't put that together. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do it.
Go ahead and try running over me. Go ahead and try.
He's not moving.
Keep going.
So is it like classic werewolf where he's not going to remember any of this? Does he still have his mind?
Come on.
Fuck it.
That's where you're going? It's the most obvious place you could go. We lost the Crooked Man.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He got stabbed. It's a lot of blood. That happens. What's he surprised for?
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay. Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen, Georgie? How did it...
Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Oh, Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
Well, he needs to go to the hospital
You gonna carry
first.
me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself.
He didn't give them the ribbons? Come on.
Man
Of course it does. Those girls.
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking...
mean-
You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck?
I'm willing to
I
believe
did what I had
Georgie.
to. You can't fucking blame me for that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith.
I'm
It
trying
won't
to figure
free
out
you
if there's
from
still
the
another
rest of it.
twist
I'm
coming,
just the sap taking the
or if
fall
we've
for the
seen
old
all of them at this point.
It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
You need to go to the
But
hospital,
what's I supposed
regardless.
to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You
Is that
don't
true?
know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, you
If I
don't.
freed them, what would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet, to ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
I'm not going to kill her.
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it!
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here, please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
Vivian, I'm not gonna kill you.
I know that.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them?
Vivian,
Do it.
wait.
Do it.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the
Do
eye
it.
and pretend I don't care.
It's gonna be
I
awesome.
have to forget what I've done to them.
Who are Gwen and
I took away
Hans?
from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian,
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian,
Georgie.
no! Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
Just... Jesus.
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
Okay, well.
Get up.
Come on, we're going to the hospital.
Get
up! Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, all right? For both of us.
What do you care? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metal Works. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now?
No.
Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right?
That's not who I am.
Sure it's not. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends.
I could take you to the hospital and you would
Just
live.
make it quick. What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I'll send someone for your body. Both of you.
Fuck you!
I wish taking him to the hospital was an option.
Piece of shit.
We could use your witness statement to put away... Like, if I'm a real cop in this situation, that's what I'm thinking. Like, no, we need you to stay alive. We need your testimony to put away the crooked man, obviously. I mean, that guy knows everything. Just lets him die? So stupid. Certainly wasn't going to kill him. Shepherd Metalworks late night.
Still warm. He's here, all right. Of course.
Was it locked or was it just stuck? Looked like it was just stuck.
So this is where they've been sending these.
It's gonna lock behind you, bro. Saw that coming from a mile away.
Big Wolf.
Yeah.
The big bad wolf.
That doesn't sound like Mary. Who the fuck is that? It's not Snow. It's not Mary. It's obviously not.
Be something.
So is there somebody in charge of Crooked Man? Is there somebody above Crooked Man? Is it like Beauty or...
Their small shivering bodies.
What other women have there been in the game? Holly? I mean, that doesn't sound like either of those women. Alright, got it. Somebody's making ammo?
Silver.
Oh, silver. Okay. Oh, it is Mary. Okay.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned? Didn't your mother...
You just punched me in the back, motherfucker! Alright. We can't fuck this up. I might fuck up the ending. If it's not already fucked up. That was probably the wrong choice. Oh. Shit. The wrong button. Alright, watch out. The QTEs are coming in hard and fast now. Forward, idiot. I hit it that time. Oh, well, not that time.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
God damn, dude. Okay. Did I hit the QTE or not? Come on. Well, Mary knows how to kill him. Just she's got that gun, right? What's she fucking around with him for? All she has to do is shoot him probably once and he'll die. I mean, I hope she doesn't, but if I'm her, does she even have the gun on her? Oh, for fuck's sake, what's this? How many powers do you have, lady? Alright, bring it. Why am I getting hit even though I'm getting all of these? Oh shit, that one moved around. Whoa, what is this? Whoa. I can do that? Okay, let's go. Okay, don't eat the glass wolf. So he has a fourth form? I mean, this looks like it could go on forever. We probably ought to get out of here. What, are you gonna breathe fire on him? What is this? Oh, you're gonna blow their houses down? Okay. Jesus Christ. Alright, I got it. Is that... So there's still another one somewhere, right? Or was that her? That was pretty cool, though. What is that?
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6. I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
Yeah.
I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look,
Okay,
there's
deal.
no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not
I agree,
saying
I
another
agree.
word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
Yes, I agree. I'm 100% agreed.
You're often reckless. And I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about?
Did he just interrupt himself?
Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders two of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie.
You're pulling the strings, bro.
He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
I mean, what did he do illegal? I mean, there's a lot of, like, bribery and conspiracy
I know, but we have to do something.
Witching Well Chamber, the Woodland Building, early morning.
Sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble.
Yeah, we
At
did.
the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not
What?
that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
They didn't tear anyone's throat out?
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
I can't believe it was him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I was
I
told
don't.
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of
You already
the
had that written down?
community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're an...
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a
Oh,
dying
bullshit. I already don't believe
Are you
him.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for
Were they forced to leave the homeland?
My tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Oh, don't slow clap me,
Very
motherfucker.
good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking
about Vivian?
Snow?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just need...
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder. Since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, I was being
Killing someone
attacked.
who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it internally.
Now, where have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I know.
The laws apply when we need them.
That's
I
not
need a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the—
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath a little
What's
while?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't get
bloodshed
it.
So
on
we
the
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment, so I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Okay.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Whoa, 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 what?
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
I think he wants to be thrown down the well.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Woodland Luxury Apartments. 1 day later. Oh, was that him?
Not what I was expecting. Good morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
I think we did a pretty good job.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
We mostly just did what Snow wanted us to do. Mostly.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
Okay, bye.
We'll talk later, okay?
Go get Flycatcher's keys.
Good morning, Miss White.
Get out of here with
You're
you,
late.
Mr. Clean-looking ass.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
I'm going. Jesus.
Sorry.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
Yeah.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you? How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it
TJ,
like
remember
at the
that. What's the
farm?
point at this
I've heard
point in the
ogres
game?
live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Bye, TJ.
Bye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
I don't know. He must have run off.
Bullshit.
Yeah, if you'd give me dialogue options that would put him in that truck, I would use them. But
Saying
they
goodbye.
never gave me that choice.
Hi.
Hi.
You can take that ribbon off now, you know.
Still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand.
Did you kill
I've seen
Faith?
how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait. So Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth?
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them...
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence.
Yeah, that was pretty smart, actually, because she wasn't able to talk about it because of the thing, so...
Fade. Like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
I'm sorry, Narissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her. or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but...
I haven't given a lot of thought to where I'm going to rank this game.
Both of you. You two make a good team.
It's very good.
Look out for each other. And look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just... different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Kill her. Just comes up with that prompt.
I need to tell you.
Let her walk away or kill her.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon?
Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
What?
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Are you saying that Nerissa... Are they saying that Nerissa was more malicious in her intent? I'll have to Google that later, because I don't think I understand. What did you do? You and 45% left Georgie to die. Yeah, okay. You and 67% brought Crooked Man back alive. You and 40% chose to imprison. Oh, most people threw him down the well, huh? You and 98% of players decided to accept TJ's gift. I like that there's 2% of people out there that were like, I'm not giving this nasty ass shit to Snow. You and 29% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. Okay. No, we're not going to be joining the discussion. Do I get credits? Special stats. You lied to him about seeing Beauty. You promised her you wouldn't tell Beast. You fought him after the interrogation. You gave him a drink. You helped him avoid the farm. You took him back to the witching well. You imprisoned him. You killed Tweedledum. You gave her money after the fight. You left Georgie to die. You ripped his arm off. You drank with Gwen after Lily's funeral. You pretended to be Woodsman while she was passed out. You gave her a cigarette during your final conversation. You tried to take her ribbon off in Bigby's office. You brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You showed her Crane's photograph. You promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. You chose to wait for Tiny Tim. You accepted his beetle and promised to give it so you slapped him during the interrogation in his apartment. Yes, I did. Not my proudest moment. Hey! Credits! Let's go! Alright, we did it. First things first, though, the bottom center of the screen says that we've beaten 46 games this year and 493 since we started doing this in 2020. Lies! All lies. We've now beaten 47 games in 2024 and 494 since we started doing this. Let's go. Alright, let's talk about the pros and cons of The Wolf Among Us. So I've played several of these like narrative, choose your own adventure type driven narrative driven games now, and I like them. They're not my favorite genre or anything, but I do tend to like them. Some of the things that I like about them aren't good reasons, like they're easy and they're impossible to get stuck in, and stuff like that. But I do. It's really the only or one of the only genres where story really, really matters to me, because that's really all there is, right? It's not like there's a combat system much of a inventory management, things like that, right? Level design, those things aren't that important in the games. It's really all about the story. And so this is one of the only kinds of games that I actually am paying attention to the story, and I could follow it, and I will probably remember the story of this game for a long time. And I think that the story was really good. The only other Telltale game that I've ever played was the first Batman one, back way before I was doing things in order, back when I was doing stuff in alphabetical order, and Batman starts with a B, and I played the first Batman game. And I remember liking it. But this was way before I was reviewing stuff. I didn't give it a lot of thought, and I don't remember the story really sticking with me. I feel like the story in this game was a lot more interesting. I think it was a lot more morally ambiguous, although there were definitely some things with Batman that were ambiguous, like as far as like what went on with Catwoman and stuff. But this game really had some tough choices in it. Really, really tough choices. And the twists and turns in the game were all very interesting. I didn't see many of them coming. The characters are all very well written and very well voiced. Like Snow, for instance, like Snow White, like I really, really wanted to make sure that I did what she asked. Like that affected my choices. How good the story was affected the choices that I made, because these characters felt very human to me, and I didn't want to piss them off or upset them, you know? Like if I'm beating on somebody and their kid walks in most games, that I'm just going to laugh at that because I'm not really paying much attention to the story and I just think it's funny. But in this game, when that kind of thing happened, I was like, ooh, my bad, you know? Like I was really invested in the personalities in this game. So, and it's really hard to make a game like this good if you can't pull that off. You know, games like As Dusk Falls are good examples of when that's also done well, or Detroit Become Human. And then there are also some examples of those games where it's not done well, like Erica. I really, really liked the story. The world is very interesting. The Wolf Among Us world. I did not know what this game was about. So the fact that there's like a whole like fairy tale bend to this, like I did not anticipate that. And I am suddenly really interested in like, I want to know more about like, how did these people even get to be in these situations? Like, I want to know, like, I want to read the lore, you know, I'm not going to read the comic books because I don't read comic books or books in general, but I might read the Wikipedia article. I'm not usually going to do that with most games because I don't care that much about the story usually. If I'm thinking of things that could, if I'm thinking of areas for improvement, things that could have been done better, maybe things that I would hope would be better with 2. It's hard to think of much. I will say the game froze at one point and I lost some serious progress. I lost an entire chapter of progress because it froze right at the end of a chapter. That sucked, but that could just as easily be an Xbox thing as a issue with the game, so I don't want to hold that against it. I will say this is a nitpicky thing and it's a technical thing, but at the end of the chapter, it wasn't clear when the game would be saved. So this is a problem that I ran into. At the end of the chapter, it would play the next time on The Wolf Among Us. I didn't want to watch that because why would I? The point of the next time on is to get you enticed to play the next one. I already know I'm going to play the next one. So I don't want a series of minor spoilers for those next times on. I don't like to watch those things with movies or TV or anything, especially video games. So I didn't want to watch that. So I would just quit out, and then I would find later, and I didn't put this on the videos, but it would go back and I'd have to play through the whole last chapter of the episode. And I didn't actually do that, but it wanted me to. And so the only way to actually get to where it saves is to watch that. Or what I started doing was just letting it play and turning away. Well, and then just kind of looking over like, okay, is it done? Is it done? That's dumb. Why can you just give me a save point? Can you give me a checkpoint before, like, or give me the option? Like, I don't want to watch that. Can you give me the option to skip it? That wasn't in the pause menu. And so I didn't really like that. And also I didn't find out until halfway through the game, because I wasn't watching that. I didn't find out until halfway through the game that the little thing that comes up that's like, hey, you and 67% of people chose to do this and that and this. I love that stuff. That stuff is great, but it doesn't show up until after the stuff I don't want to see that I can't skip. So if it would just show me that at the end of a chapter, or at least give me the option to skip, or give me a, hey, you've saved your game, instead of making me go through all that stuff to see the stuff that I want to see, it would have been a lot better. There wasn't, in other words, there wasn't a very clear line between when Chapter 2 ends and when Chapter 3 begins, right? I mean, it would play like the previously on, but when it actually saves was a mystery. It took me a few chapters to figure that out. So the UI could, I think, use some improvement. And I bet you they figured that out later on, because this game's over a decade old now. I realize that a lot of people are just going to continue playing or whatever, but a lot of people aren't. If episode's over, they're going to turn the game off. And unfortunately, because they have something else they have to do that day, and they're going to play later or whatever, they're going to turn the game off, or maybe they're going to play a quick round of whatever Fortnite or something in between. People do that. So if it starts playing the next time on and then you quit out, you're going to have to play the whole last episode again, or the whole last chapter of the episode again. And then you have to remember which decisions you made, because you don't want to make it different or whatever. It's a pain in the ass. And I did have to do that one time when the game froze. But when I would quit out and I would go to the next episode, I would look at the previous episode and it would act like I didn't play the last chapter of the last episode. So was it even saving my choices? I don't know. It was unclear. And those things shouldn't be unclear. They should be clear. So just a little bit of a nitpick with the UI and the checkpoint system. I think that could have been more, they could clean that up. And I bet they do later on. But I found that to be a little bit annoying. But, I mean, like, the game looks great. I mean, if this game aged like a fine wine, these games, like with these kinds of art styles, same with the Borderlands games, they age so well. Like, you could tell me this game came out yesterday and I would believe you, because it's not about hyper realism or whatever. It looks really good. The art style looks really good for right now. So the way that the game looked was great. The way that it played, all the acting, the voice acting was all that. I will say one other thing with the QTEs. It didn't really do a great job of making it really clear when I would hit and miss things, especially with the type of QTE where you have to get the reticle into the spot and then hit the trigger. With the ones where it was like hit X or whatever, it was pretty clear, because it would have a circle around the thing if you did it, and the whole screen would flash red if you missed it, right? But with those reticle ones, it was weird, because it seemed like they would say to hit left trigger or right trigger. It didn't seem to matter which trigger I hit. If it said right trigger, if I hit left trigger, it would still work. And it didn't have like the red flash thing or whatever. And whenever I would do those, I would be 100% certain that I hit them. And then something bad would happen to me anyway, like I get hit in the face with a bottle or something. And so I don't think that those reticle things were very clear or explained very well. You know what this game could do with? A very short tutorial at the beginning. It doesn't have anything like that. Just a little tutorial, or they can even weave it into the beginning of a story, to make it with something that's unimportant. Games are pretty good about doing that kind of thing these days. But I didn't really understand. It just throws you in. And I was like, okay, what's this? Reticle. I didn't even know I had to move the analog stick. So the first few QTEs that looked like that, I missed them because I didn't know what to do. I had no idea. The game didn't explain it. Maybe there's something in the settings or how to play or something, but if you just hit new game, you're not getting any of that. So that was a little bit of an issue. But these are all really nitpicks. I did enjoy this game. Now, I will say this, and this is more of an overarching critique. I think it's hard to say this because this game is divided up into episodes, and I play everything all at once, and most people probably don't do that. You might play an episode of this a week, and it would be fine because they're each anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. I think for me, the way that I played it back to back, it felt a little long. But, you know, now that I'm saying that, if I sat down and watched an entire season of Game of Thrones, it would feel long too. You know, this game probably isn't designed to be digested in that way. So I take that back. That's not really much of a critique. I don't think that the story outlived its welcome or anything. Like the actual that was fine, but it is a little bit to sit and do this for 10 hours is a little bit much if you're doing it all at once. But I guess that's more of a me problem. So the only reason this game isn't going to rank in the top 50 or maybe even the top 100, I don't know, is because these games aren't as video gamey as some of my favorite genres. And so although I really like this format, this choose your own adventure type format, reminds me of reading those choose your own adventure books when I was a kid, which I loved. I like that format. It's not as engaging to me as like a Souls-like or a roguelike or a Metroidvania or a survival horror game or whatever. So those games I just like more. So this game's not among my very favorite genres, so it's not going to rank that high. But as far as this kind of game goes, I think it's about as good as it gets. There's, I think my highest ranked game that's like this, not counting the Dark Pictures games, because that's kind of a different thing. That's about like survival, and they're very scary, and a lot of enemies or people die in them. Like you have control over who lives or dies. That's not really true in these. It's a slightly different format, so I wouldn't count that. But games like Detroit Become Human, As Dusk Falls, Lost Souls, or between whatever that one with Elliot Page is. But among those, I think this is about as good as it gets. I'm checking. As Dusk Falls is ranked 168. I think I might like this more than As Dusk Falls, which is saying something because I really liked that game. I thought it was really well done for a lot of the same reasons. Very good voice acting, excellent story, a lot of morally ambiguous stuff. So that's probably around where it will rank, which is pretty good. 168 is solid. That's A tier. So or A minus tier maybe, but it's very good. Those games, that's right around with some great games. So yeah, I loved it though. I did really enjoy it. I had a really great time with it. I was very, very plugged into the story, more than almost any other game. The story was excellent. I'm definitely going to be playing Wolf Among Us 2 at launch. All right, that's it. Last order of business. Wolf Among Us, it's been fun. But we are now going to delete you from our console. Oh, it's decided it doesn't want to be deleted. Wolf Among Us, it's been fun, but until your sequel comes out, we are now going to delete you from our console and never, ever play you again. Bye! Thank you! Appreciate ya. All right, that's it for The Wolf Among Us. Just really brief roadmap for the next few days in case you're interested. Today is May the 14th, 2024. On the 16th, there are 2 video games coming out. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which I'm pretty excited about. It's from the people that made Sayonara Wild Hearts. Probably a narrative adventure, maybe something similar to this. And then on the same day, Read Only Memories Neurodiver comes out, which I played the 2064 Read Only Memories, so I'd like to continue playing those, so I'll play that after. And between those games, since I have a full day and a half, I'm going to play Kirby's Avalanche, which is the next Kirby game. I'm playing the Kirby series in order, just like a whole bunch of other series. So we're going to be playing that later today, or probably tomorrow, actually. And so we'll do that, and then we'll do Lorelei, and then we'll do Read Only Memories. And by the time we're done with Read Only Memories, it might be time to play Hellblade 2, which I'm super stoked about. And then the System Shock remake. Lots of good stuff coming. All right, that's it. If you're still here and you watched the whole video, or even if you watched the very end, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I will see you on the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.